is Andrzej Adamiec. I'm dual majoring in the robotics and electrical computer engineering. This is my robotic sorter. Now, the purpose of this is for the camera to be able to detect the different shapes of each object on the box and sort them accordingly. We have a spoon, a knife, and a fork. The camera will detect the shape of each object, and the robot will move accordingly to that shape. It will start off with the spoons, followed by the forks, followed by the knives.
Okay.
I will now demonstrate.
So what do you got here in your hand?
Right here is the teach pendant. This is what has been used to program the robot and the camera to do what I want it to do. Right here is the code I'm using, and right here shows what the camera sees, and right here shows that I've programmed the camera to detect the shape of the spoon. This was done as well for the knife and the fork. So now I will run a quick demonstration of how this works and begin. So the robot will move to this position here called the pick position. The camera will detect the object and move accordingly. So the robot moved over to the spoon, went underneath, grabbed it, and moved over to that position. The robot will move back to the pick position, and the camera will detect the next spoon. The robot grabs the next spoon and moves it over to the position I want it to.
Is there a video on the teach pendant?
There's not, because the vision needs the full screen to work and display. So unfortunately, you can't see it working live, unfortunately.
All right.
But it's finished with the spoons, so now I'll return to the pick position and go for the forks. Now, what occurred there is the robot isn't as accurate as always because this was done with a no calibration. So it's offset differently. Unfortunately, it didn't grab both of the forks in this case.
Okay.
That's because of the offset. Ideally, it would work naturally, completely. Apparently, this is his worst run of it since I've never seen it miss 3 right now. But ideally, it would have moved all of those to the positions I wanted to, and at the end, it would have. I've accidentally released the dead man switch, and now it continues. This has been the worst run of it. I'm sorry you had to see this.
Now you have a dead man switch on here?
Yes, right here.
Okay.
So if I were to release this at any moment or release the shift button here, it would immediately stop the program.
And that's just for safety purposes?
That is a safety purpose, yes.
Okay.
So,
all right.
If there was nothing on the box, the camera would have detected that and would have went back to the home. Now, since there's already objects on the box, but there's a slight problem. The camera has already detected them once before, and when going back to check, it registers them as already being detected and moved. So, the camera acts like these are not there and still continues to return to its home position. Ideally, if I had more time and more knowledge exactly of how this works, I would have been able to reset the camera and the robot to go back and grab those missed parts.
I see. Oh, good.
Unfortunately, it is not how it is, but what can you do?
Yeah. Now explain these blue tubes there. These are the pneumatic.
This is for the air compressor.
Air compressor.
Yep. So.
And that actually is it air pressure or a vacuum?
Air pressure.
Air pressure. Okay.
Yes.
So the pressurized air moves the actuator at the end then,
yes.
Or the pincher, wherever that is.
Correct. Without enough of it, it wouldn't work at all. So that would have been horrible for today.
Yeah, interesting. Now, what's this stand right here?
This stand, it came with it. It's, I think, used as some sort of test for calibration.
Oh, okay.
To pick up the rods and move them to the sides.
Okay. And this is actually an industrial robot right here, isn't it?
Correct.
This actually used in some industries for assembly and things like that?
I believe this is one of the newer models, I believe, as well. And it's used in a wide variety of industries.
Right. Like welding applications.
Even storage and sorting. It could be used with.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Thanks, Andre.